Dennis Weiss for Eagle Communications. Welcome to our town. We have the fastest guy we've ever had on camera today, even though he was late to the show. This is Jake Sharp, Sharp Performance. How in the world are you, Jake Sharp?
Dennis, I'm doing good, bud. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. When did you graduate high school?
2006.
2006. Okay, from 2004 to 2006 were the 4 best years of football I ever saw, I think, at Salina Central.
Oh man, we had a good team. I tell you what, we had a great time, and really, I remember vividly you were there with Coach Diener, and I think I ran the shoots for you guys when you were doing your cattle thing over there.
Yeah. Fun times.
Oh yeah.
The Jake and David show was high-class entertainment. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I tell you what, and David Diener had a tremendous career there at Emporia, and then William Jewell, and Marvin Diener, tremendous high school football coach now at Goddard Edgerton.
Crazy as a bed bug.
Crazier than a loon, no doubt.
Yeah.
I saw him last week. He was still gearing up.
He said I talked to him on the phone. He says, I'm looking pretty athletic, so tell me, how's he doing?
You know, he's doing really well. He's running every morning. He's got his diet tuned in. He's supplementing with ABI, and he's a big proponent of that, as are we at Sharp Performance. And it seems like he's really shed some years off him. I know when he left Salina Central, he was pretty stressed out having to coach his own son, and it takes its toll after a while. You got to start to worry about maybe that front half of the day, your own workout, not everybody else's workout. You got to take care of yourself.
So you've got a Sharp Performance shirt on, and the reason that you have that on, that's your business.
Yes, sir.
You're in Salina, Kansas, but you're also in Abilene, Kansas. Tell us about your business and what you do.
Yeah, well, we have 2 fitness center locations that we are able to manage through Great Life Golf and Fitness. There's obviously a location here in Abilene. People really seem to be receptive to us stepping in.
A lot of people going,
Yeah, offering the service of personal training and just health and wellness coaching. And it's worked out. We've had a tremendous partnership with them in Salina at the Great Life Golf and Fitness at that location. And really we fell into that because we have our trainers who train professional, collegiate, and youth athletes, and they train those athletes early in the morning and late in the day, and we kind of came to the conclusion, well, why can't we help moms and dads? So let's do that. Let's go into these fitness centers, and Great Life, especially here in Abilene, have offered us the opportunity to do that, and it's just been a tremendous partnership so far.
So how is your mom and dad, speaking of mom and dad?
They're doing well. They're doing well. My dad still, I make fun of him. I tell him he has a saggy 8-pack, but it's still there. He's still got it. Genetically blessed there. Hopefully I still can do that and have the same at 55. But my mom's doing well. They tell you hello.
Good. Yeah.
Everything seems to be going real well. We're very blessed. So
I tried to get Elizabeth, my wife, to come over, but she is speaking this morning at a Christian women group about Great Plains Theater, which she's the executive director of, but she said say hey to Jake.
Tell her hello. Tell her hello.
Okay. You come about this business naturally. This was your competitive edge as an athlete. Coach Diener, Marv, to me, always told me that Jake is the best conditioned athlete on the field, and on top of your natural ability, gave you the ability to set those records and score those touchdowns. Yeah,
it really, I tell you what, Dennis, I got to turn my phone off.
That's okay.
Doing our interview, buddy.
That's all right.
It really, when I got out of college, KU, I had expectations of playing professional football. It really never came to fruition how I had seen it and hoped, kind of my first real life experience. Okay, this is what you've worked for, and this is this is where you're at right now, son. And really taking a step back from it, it was okay. What am I good at? What can I offer to other people besides being a running back for hire? And I had a degree in sports management with a business minor from the University of Kansas. I was very blessed to have the opportunity to obtain that and have a lot of people help me along the way, and football was my vehicle to do that. But my passion is in sports performance and in health and wellness, and just helping people, helping individuals just like you increase their performance, whether that's long-term or short-term. In general populations, we really believe we can add 10 to 15 years to someone's life with healthy diet recommendations and adequate exercise and being smart about it. And as we got more and more into it, it just seemed to really grow and strike a nerve with a lot of people, and we've been able to help a tremendous amount of people, and that obviously more than anything. And I finally figured out at 27 that's the most rewarding thing you can get. You know, you think when you're a young guy, well, I just want to make a lot of money and be a millionaire and everybody know who I am and all this. But you really figure out, hey, I get a whole lot more fulfillment just putting a smile on somebody's face and knowing that I helped somebody. And,
well, that's good. That's a great message. So, you know, you said the most fulfilling thing for you is to help somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
Just before you walked in, we're having an Eagle conversation. That's what our focus is helping people achieve their aims. I do it through broadband. Larry Avery does it through media services. And David does his work through the camera to make sharp performance visible to the world. And our gig is helping people too. But so much focus is on health today that it's very cool to know that we could get a guy like Jake Sharp, which I assure you is one of the best guys you'll ever meet, here to help us in Abilene.
You know, we're tremendously excited about it. Really, like I said, the great life opportunity up here for anybody looking to have just a run-of-the-mill gym membership and an exceptional golf course, along with access to personal training and health coaching. You really can't beat it. And we're more than prepared to take on that challenge and provide that service here to the Abilene community and surrounding communities. And there has been an absence for many, many years. The term, you know, personal trainer, if you will, it was non-existent 15 years ago. Maybe in New York or those LA, those trendy places where it was trendy to have that. But really, people are seeing the benefit of, hey, you know, if a professional athlete, okay, they train with us. Well, someone who knows how to lift and run fast, that's a professional athlete, and they need a trainer? Well, gosh, somebody who's never been to the gym, surely they need some help learning how to do the movements correctly so they don't injure themselves and this and that. And that's what I tell people, you know, hey, when I was at the peak of my athleticism, I had a coach, you know, pushing me and training me and cueing me in the weight room and what I was doing with my nutrition. So, well, gosh, somebody who's never done that before certainly needs some help. And we've been able to provide that and help a lot of people so far, and it's just really exciting and fulfilling for us.
So I got a funny story for you.
Oh dear.
Coach Diener. So I always tell this story, how I met Marv Diener. So I was at a horse show in Abilene, and I look over in the stands, and here's this great big guy in cut-off Mustang, Salina Central Mustang shirt, lounging in the stands. I hadn't seen him before. He didn't look like a horse guy, looked like somebody's relative that's bored stiff. So I said, I thought I'll go over and talk to that guy, see who he is. So I walk up and I say, hi, I'm Dennis Weiss, that's my daughter out there. And he says, hi, I'm Marv Diener, that's my son out there riding right behind her. And in 5 minutes, we were fast friends. And I always tell people it's because we have something in common, and we're both absolutely nuts about our thing. His was football, mine was horses, right? So we found commonality in our craziness. So during our friendship, I was at his roping arena there on Old 81 out of Salina, just he and I, the only ones there, and we were roping steers. And he roped ahead on a steer and turned, and I roped the heels, and right when the rope came tight, the rope went around him, pulled him and his saddle off, and he's halfway upside down on the horse.
That poor horse.
Yeah, exactly. And he turned loose of his slack and then fell off under the horse, and it was my horse, and I always told him my horse saved his life. So anyway, he's laying there on the ground, and I get off, and he's making a lot of loud noises, I got to tell you. And I said, so, you okay? He said, nope, pretty sure I'm not okay. I said, what's the matter with you? And he said, I don't know, this leg doesn't work.
Oh, man.
So I thought, in my mind goes quickly, I remember I said, well, I carried my cousin out of the arena in Indianapolis, and I said, he weighed 225 pounds, and I carried him all the way back to the stall, and I looked at Marv one more time, and I go, I can't do it, Marv. I can't do it. He was 280, 290 at the time, an all man, you know.
So, and I remember this. It was a hamstring.
Yes.
He yanked that hamstring, and I think he still got a knot in that thing.
Yes, he does.
I tell you what, and he's lucky that's all he did.
Yeah.
You know,
so the best part of the story is I get rid of the horses and all that. Marv's still laying in the dirt. So I go get his pickup and go out to the back up in the arena, let the tailgate down. Like to not got him on the tailgate. But so we get to the house, and there's those 3 steps going up into his house there, and he crawled them. And somebody goes by an Old 81 and honks a horn, and he goes, ah. And I go, don't worry, I said, I'm pretty sure I saw a Salina South sticker on that car. So anyway, I left him laying on the floor with an ice pack because I had to go on. But we had a lot of fun. Very competitive guy.
Oh, everything is a competition.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Coach is a competitive individual, and it's that competitive spirit that's fueled him and his football teams to be successful. And you see it with the athletes he's coached, and it's rubbed off on a lot of us, and we can take a lot of things from Coach. And I think anybody who's lucky enough to have an individual like that in your life as a young man or a young woman that's a role model, if you will, it's very beneficial. You know, I learned early on that hard dedication and intensity and a passion for what you do is going to serve you well, and I can definitely relate to Coach Diener on a lot of those.
Yeah. I don't remember what year it was. It was early, somewhere between freshman and junior year, because you didn't lose any in your senior year. So, you know, it was a loss. And we were, my wife and I and family were with the Diener family, and my poor wife had the misfortune of saying, well, Marv, the boys tried really hard. And there was this pause. And he looked at her and said, Elizabeth, my grandma tried. I expect my linebacker to make the tackle.
Yeah, everybody tries.
Hey, so here you are with sharp performance, and part of it is more than technique. It's making people understand that they too can compete for their healthy body.
Absolutely, and I don't think the competition never goes away. If you're a middle-aged individual and you're kind of looking for that next thing to push yourself and to just have that competitive edge, feel younger. I mean, go run a marathon. Let's train for a marathon. Let's train for a triathlon. Maybe you're maybe you like to do the obstacle races, the Tough Mudders, the gladiator runs. You know, we train lots of individuals to prepare for those, and I just don't think ever when you lose that competitive edge. And my own story, Dennis, I lost the competitive edge when I kind of you get bummed out. You get a guy like me where I'm going here, I'm going to play in the NFL, and I'm going to do this, and you train and do that your entire childhood, and that doesn't happen. I mean, there's a period of time of I guess you lose your direction, and you got to find your direction. What is it that I do? And I kind of lost that competitive edge. Kind of like, well, I'm nothing really stimulates me. What pushes my buttons? What drives me? And luckily at 27, I finally been able to find that and kind of figure some things out, and it's
great.
And having, like you said, the competitiveness, it never goes away. The executives that we train, and we find that a lot. The business owners that we train, they always want to be better. They're always, what's the next thing? What can I do with my body? What can I do with my mind? How can I make my mind stronger? And some of those individuals train as hard as some of the professional athletes that we get, and it's just that work ethic, and that's we're in the heart of the USA here, we're in the middle of Kansas, and I tell you what, we got a lot of hardworking people.
Right.
It's not very often we train anybody that doesn't have a very good work ethic around here, and that's a blessing. So.
Well, I think the purpose of bringing you here was, one, I get to see you again and get to have a chat, which is really cool. But second of all, we talk about the good things in Abilene, Kansas with our town, and sharp performance is one of those not only good things, but a great thing. It's what a timely opportunity to talk about how to make people feel better, live longer, and enjoy their time.
Absolutely. I think the time is ripe for Americans as a whole. And we see it, trickling down from our government on down with, the meals in the schools, and depending on who you are, whether that was a good move or not. But people are becoming more aware of their health and their fitness. And the day and age we live in, it's a luxury that we have. It's no longer okay. Well, I'm just trying to eat 3-4 square meals a day and survive. Well, you can probably do that, and if you want to live another 10 years longer, you should probably integrate 30 to 45 minutes of exercise a day, and you should throw some greens in there while you're eating that breakfast and dinner.
There you go.
So it's really goes hand in hand with what we do and our passion, and again, very, very excited for the opportunity.
So have you had enough fun here today that you could bring some of your crew and we could do it again and get off into what's going on?
Absolutely. We've got to get our trainers up here.
Okay.
Their schedules just didn't match up today. We would love to come back and bring our crew of trainers here. That way people can put some names and some faces here in Abilene.
Okay. Very good.
And service you guys.
All right. So another diversion, but my viewers are used to that.
Okay.
whatever Wes Welker is.
Oh, yeah.
Jake Sharp was better.
Come on.
My
man.
goodness.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. You caught every ball they threw at you. So anyway,
There might
I
have been one or
remember
two that I remember I dropped, but you may not remember. I appreciate
That's on
that.
two. There we go. I don't pay attention to.
The negatives?
No.
Yeah, you can't focus on the negatives,
No,
man.
no,
There's
no,
a lot
no,
of them.
no.
They'll drag you down.
But I did get a C from my farmhouse in Talmadge, Kansas, via the internet on Eagle High-Speed Wireless Internet. The
good
very
stuff.
first running touchdown that KU scored against K-State in KSU Stadium by a kid named Jake Sharp.
That was a neat deal. I think that was the first time since '98.
Yeah, since in the millennium, I'm pretty sure.
we had, which is a sad deal for KU football versus Kansas State. But you know, it's funny you say that. Curry, the Sexton brothers,
Yes.
they've been helping us with all of our camps, and Jake Waters and Braden Wilson from Western Kansas.
Right.
Because I mean, it's kind of a known fact. KU is more the I don't know if you will the upper echelon doctor school, and then your K-State is your farm-raised kids and your blue-collar guys, and that's what I am. And they make fun of me all the time. You know, you should have been a Wildcat, but I still don't think that's anywhere near the case.
No. The Sexton brothers are great representatives for Abilene.
Oh, absolutely.
Tremendous athletes, but awful nice boys.
Yeah, very, very good people. Curry, you should see Curry coach out there at those camps, and him and Jake Waters have had their own camps as well with helping the young kids out in the state, and that's just something that needs to absolutely happen with all those guys that can give back and those kids look up to. I remember Mark Semino coming out to Salina when I was in 8th grade, and I thought, man, I was starry-eyed seeing this stud that came from Western Kansas and played the NFL, and just giving back. It's what I expect. I think you expect from people. It's what people need to do. So.
Okay, what can Abilene do for Sharp Performance?
Man, we need some people to help. We probably, I think each one of our trainers in Salina has around probably 100 clients that they service on a weekly basis. Just kind of put them through the ringer, if you will, and that's in different settings. We have, I say workout. We have, 70 and 80-year-olds that we train 2 or 3 days a week just to be mobile. If you don't use it, you lose it. Everybody's seen that. As soon as someone gets in a situation where they stop being mobile and maybe they retire, and you go downhill real quick. You got to keep those muscles and that body pumping the blood.
Don't we know?
Yeah, you got to keep moving. You got to. So we've got some guys and some gals that are 75, 80 that really work well for us, or we work well for them, excuse me. But we have the opportunity to train them, and I encourage anybody. My grandmother trains with us in Salina, and anybody, grandmas, grandpas here, or athletes. It's all encompassing. We have certain trainers who have a greater understanding for, say, soccer and basketball training, and then football training. Obviously, I'm kind of the football guy in the business. And one of our trainers, Coach Leonard, he coaches our basketball players. He was a wide receiver for Wyoming, the Cowboys, but he had some Division I basketball offers that he turned down. But he loves basketball. And he's passionate about it. He's our basketball guy, and the basketball training is starting actually next week. We get about 2 months preseason prep that we're doing for the basketball players in the area. But here in Abilene, I think it's going to be more of a general population focus. We're in a Great Life Fitness Center. We don't necessarily have a basketball gym to work out of. But anybody looking just to feel better about themselves, self-esteem in general. I tell you what, if you get in shape, it just helps you. You get a little more pep in your step, you feel better, and everything just seems to kind of fall into place for you a little more. And it's not such a struggle like it can be if you're not feeling good when you wake up.
Very true. Jake, it's been such a good thing to have you in Abilene, and it's such a great feeling for a friend to look at you and see Sharp Performance, a great business, and you're doing great things with your life, and still a pretty good guy, I'm betting, too.
Dennis, I sure appreciate it. We go back a long ways, and I tell you what, your support, many, many years ago when I was a young man, and even now with you guys in Eagle, it's very much appreciated.
Okay, Jake, we'll see you the next time you come over and bring some trainers, and we'll do it at your place. How's that?
We'll look forward to it. We'll get you a workout in.
Oh, yeah. Now, are you going to get me under 5 seconds in the 40?
I don't know if we can get you under 5. We might be able to get your squat up to 300, though.
I can squat up to 300 right now.
Oh, okay, 4. Call it 4, baby.
All right. For Eagle Communications, I'm Dennis Weiss, and that is Jake Sharp, the fastest guy you'll ever see on our camera. Have a great day.